Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to show you some of the options you have for saving your Rush videos and then turning them in as part of your project for the Adobe course. So here I am in Premiere Rush. Here's my project, and let's pretend like it's finished and it's good, and I'm ready to share it. I would click on Share, and at this point, Adobe gives you some options for ways to share it. In the video, in the Adobe course, from Adobe, Adobe basically focused here on saving your video locally. So you turn it on by clicking this switch, you name your video. It's going to save it wherever this is specifies for it to be saved. You can see the size of the video, and that's going to be important a little later, and some other options here. Now, if you want to reduce the size of the video, you could change some of these things. For example, if I change the frame rate, let's say I lower the frame rate a bit, it did lower the size of the video. It's going to make the video a little more choppy, just a bit. It still may be just fine. What happens if I switch it from stereo to mono? Nothing changed there. So maybe let's just keep it at stereo. What about the quality? High quality, medium, or low? If I go to low, look how the size changed. That's quite a bit smaller. So at this point, I can simply go down to the lower right corner and click Export, and it's going to export this video to my computer. I can click Done. I'm on a Mac, and so I have a link here that says View in Finder, and it opens up my Finder and shows me where the video is. Here it is in my Finder. Now, if you don't use a Mac, it'll be a link probably to your downloads folder, maybe in Windows or whatever, but it'll probably help you find where you saved it. If it doesn't, just on that previous step, just remember where you saved it. I'm going to go down and click Done, and I have successfully exported my video to my computer, and I did it in such a way that it's fairly small. Hopefully it's small enough that the Adobe Education Exchange will accept my project. Now, what if you don't want to deal with that? What if instead of downloading to your computer, you want to simply upload your project to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Behance? So those are options too. You would need to have a YouTube account. You would need to have a Facebook account or Instagram account or Behance account. And let's just take YouTube as an example. If I sign in to publish directly to YouTube, I can then put in my email for my Google account, sign in, put in my password, and here I'm allowing the Adobe Media Encoder to access my Google account, which YouTube is Google, right? It's owned by Google. So I click Allow. So now it's going to try to post directly to my YouTube account. I want to make sure it's public so that the instructor or whomever is going to review your work is able to see it. And let's click Export. So it says you can now publish your videos. I'll go down here and click Publish. Let's see if it works. Okay, it claims that it worked. I can click to view it on YouTube, and there's my video on YouTube. Now, even though I reduced the quality level from high to low, this is still a good high quality video. It looks fine. So now I can click Share, and here is the URL for my video on YouTube. Okay, so we've looked at two ways so far to basically publish your video. The first one is to publish it locally to your computer. And if you do that, you've got to keep in mind the total size of the project. You might change some of these options to make it small enough, and then you can download it to your computer so that later you can turn it in to Adobe as your project for their class. The second option I showed was YouTube. If you do YouTube, you'll have to have a Google account, and you'll have to connect Adobe Premiere Rush to your Google account, and then you'll need to submit it that way, and then get the address, the URL, for your video. So I think those really are the best options that you have. If you really wanted to, you could publish it instead to Facebook or to Instagram or Behance, but I think those top two are the best options. So now that we've looked at those two methods for saving and getting ready to share your finished projects, in Adobe Premiere Rush. Let's look at how I could turn this in to Adobe and see if it satisfies their requirements for their mini course. So here I am in the Classroom Video on Mobile course on the assignment page, and I, in actuality, submitted this assignment several months ago. But if I wanted to submit it again for some reason, there are a couple of methods I have for submitting the video to Adobe. The first is Files and Web Links. So I could click here where it says drag and drop your files. If you don't want to find your file and drag it and drop it here, you can just double click there. And when you do double click, it takes you to a place where you can browse your computer and find where you exported your video to. If I sort by the date modified, there it is. There's my wonderful Delete Me video. I click it, I open it, and when I click Done, it's going to upload it to Adobe, to their course. Now this is where it comes in handy that I changed the settings so that my video wasn't as many megabytes as it would have been, or gigabytes as it would have been otherwise. It makes it more likely that the system will accept my video. The other option is to add videos this way. You can type in the name of the video and then provide the video URL. And if you recall, I copied the URL for my video, so there it is. I pasted it in, I click Save, and it's going to upload that video in as well, using the URL in that case. So it does take a little while, but eventually your video should show up here in this window, and that way you're able to submit your video for the project.